Let's see, that looks a good angle. Okay, great. Thank you everyone for joining. Yeah, today is going to be another live video, obviously, where I'm going to be making some Halloween costumes, or like attempting to make, at least. So this is a kit that I bought in Japan back in the spring, from one of the craft house stores, and it's outfits for, I think it's a mum and a dad figure. And they look very Halloweeny. I don't know if it explicitly says that they're Halloween, but yeah, obviously orange and black is Halloween themed. These were, I think there's a price on it, yeah, 1700 yen, which maybe like £8, £9. Let me just open it. Yeah, they are really cute. So, hi Sylvanian lover, thank you for joining. So I have this instruction book and then the two little sets. Hi Yakina. So that one is for the dad. I'm going to start with the mum one, which is this like little dress, or I think it's a top and a skirt. So I've got some pieces here, got a load of instructions, and then I've got other bits off to the side, like sewing, needles and thread and stuff. So we're going to see how long this takes. Let me just get everything out. It's probably going to be a bit rustly at first while I'm opening everything up. Where did I put that? So obviously I bought this in Japan, so the instructions are all in Japanese, but there are pictures. And I have already taken this out and taken photos of it and then put it through Google Translate. So I've got my laptop off to the side with those translations on. So hoping that that will be good enough. It does say it's a 3 out of 5 star. Hi, you're not late with it. We haven't even started yet. Yeah, it's 3 out of 5 stars. So I think we're going to see how long it takes. But yeah. They look quite intense. I do like the clothes that you made. I saw the little pumpkin. It's very cute. Yeah, so this is what we'll start with. And we're going to see how it goes. So let's see. We have this black lace at first. So this is what's going to make the top, I think, of the dress. Let's see. So, yes, I've got one long piece and I'm going to need to cut it up into two 4.5 centimetres, a 2.5, a 2 and a 1. So, let's see, I have got a ruler around here somewhere, or I've got a tape measure. Let's see, I've got one in here. Let me just find a ruler. Oh, I need it somewhere. Sorry, I've got all these shelves off to the side with which have everything on. So we're gonna just start, yeah, making these cuts. So 2 4.5 ones, which is there. I don't know how it's going to be easiest for this. Where are my scissors? There. Okay. You can't see I've got so many things off to the side. But I'm gonna try and keep this workstation as clean as possible. But we'll see how that goes. Actually, no, if I fold it in 2, then I can get the 2 4.5 centimetre ones that I need. So, yeah. Well, got that, and I think these might be the sleeves. Let's see. Okay. and then cut that in half. Yeah, it's always fun to make costumes. I'm hoping that this one will be fun as well. So there's the two 4.5. It's already fraying everywhere. So I have got this fray stop, which I actually just bought this morning. This one looks like a lot of, yeah, it looks like a lot of instructions. I said before that I've already taken photos of them all and put them on, put them through Google Translate because I don't trust myself to be able to just understand the pictures. So I'm hoping that this fray stop will work. Yeah, and also hi Peachy, sorry. I read your comment and then didn't say hi. So I don't know quite how much to use, but we'll just see. Okay, so there's the fray stop on that, which will, it's fray stop. So I think it's like a sort of glue kind of thing that will hopefully stop the edges fraying, because we've got quite well, you can see it's already sort of shedding everywhere, but it will hopefully stop that. But I haven't used this before and I have no idea how good it is, so it's all a learning experience. Okay, it says just put a thin layer, so that's what I've done. Okay, and then as well we need a 2.5, a 2 and a 1 centimetre. That's all I've got left. If I put fray stop on the wrong thing, that would be great if I already have done that. Let's see. Oh no, there we go, that's long enough. Okay, so 2.5. Okay. That's a 1 centimetre. And then this will hopefully be the perfect amount. Yeah. Okay. And 2. Okay, so I do that as 1, 2, and 2.5. I should probably put the fray stuff on there as well. It's a bit messy. Do you have any pets? No, I don't have any pets. My mum has a cat, which was mine when I was growing up, but it's quite old, so it still lives with her. Yeah, I saw I saw Kay's video, yeah, on TikTok. I have no idea how long this takes to dry, so hopefully it won't be too long. You have a snowshoe cat, that's fun. In case anyone missed it, this is just a fray stop glue, just to try and stop the edges from coming apart any more than they already have. So that's a 2 centimetre, and this is a wonky 2.5. Hopefully it doesn't require me to be too neat, because I have already failed if that is the case. And yeah, these are going to be Halloween costumes, and this week I will be posting every single day, so not always lives. I've got a mixture of videos and shorts going up to Halloween, so this is just the first of those, but yeah, you can come back. The newborn fox tins escaped. Oh no. So that has dried a little bit. Okay. But what we are going to need to do is fold in. Okay, now I'm gonna get my translated instructions. So I need my 2.5, so that's this one. Turn that upside down and then align, and then I've got to, okay, so this is the front of the what's it called, top. Okay, gosh, I'm already getting in a mess. So I've got some black threads, if I can get the end, there we go. I have no idea how much I'll need, but I've got a whole spool, so I assume that will be enough. And then I'll just tie this in a knot. So it's just easier to do this off camera. Okay. Then my needles are here. So let's get a nice, fresh, sharp one. Okay. Right. So I've got this as my 2.5. That goes upside down. Right, that's 1 and 2. And what I am trying to do now, so I've done step 1 finally, which is just cutting it all up. And then this is the next one, which, let's see. Okay, then I can see better. So it wants me to put double-sided tape, but I don't know. Is that rather than sewing? I'm just going to sew it instead, I think. And put it, so that's the centre, like that. So, yeah, through them. And I think that this is going to make the sleeve for the top. So I'll just do a running stitch. Maybe I should do a blanket stitch. Gosh, it's tiny little things. I have no idea how long this will take. So although the kit is for 2 outfits, we might only have one. Oh, you found Ali, that's good. Where was he hiding? But yeah, sorry, so although it's for 2 outfits, depending on how long it takes, I might just do 1. Camera 6 seems hard. I don't know. I mean, it's hard when you've got to follow instructions in a language that you don't understand. Let's say that. But it's just going in and out. Let's see. There. And then, what are we going to do? I'm just looking at the pictures with a confused look on my face. Okay, we're on the next picture. So then, what have I done? That one. I don't really have any thoughts about Hatsune Miku. I've seen pictures and stuff, but I don't know, it's quite an interesting concept, isn't it? It's like a virtual singer where you don't know who it is. And sorry if I'm missing any comments while I'm sort of, well, to be honest, I'm frowning at the instructions. Yeah, the one with the 2 blue pigtails. That's who I'm thinking of. I think I've seen someone make a Sylvanian Families outfit, like modelled after her. And this goes on the other side. I think I'll do it that way. Oh no, I haven't. No, I haven't tied a knot in the end. Another knot. Didn't line that one up correctly. There we go. And then I need to do the next 4.5 centimetre one. Ways of things. I know they can cost quite a lot. I would look at second-hand hand sites. Definitely you can find some good deals on there, but unfortunately, yeah, they are just expensive. I've realised that black is not the best thing to see on camera, but hopefully it'll be better, especially once we move on to the orange skirt. That will hopefully be easier to see. Need the angle. Okay. piece and just sewing it in exactly the same way as the other long piece. Yeah, definitely what Peachy said. Or if you wait for a little while after, if you do want new sets, then waiting a little while, like not getting them straight away. They often go on sale, especially on like Amazon. I've seen some cheaper ones more recently, if you can wait, which I often can't. I mean, I've got the mushroom house back there is only available in Japan at the moment, and clearly I couldn't wait for that to come out. So yeah, maybe do as I say, not as I do. Okay. So I think that bit is tied on or sewn on, so I'm just gonna cut that as well. Okay. Yeah, the old ones are definitely more cozy. There's lots more in them. Okay, so we are up to there. Sort of. Maybe I should have done it at more of an angle. Oh well. And then we've got our 2 and our 1 centimetre ones attach. 2 centimetre under the 4 centimetre, using the blue line as a reference. That's the blue line. Ah, okay, I understand that. So we want the 1 centimetre one is this tiny piece. And like that. Is that right? Oh, I know. It's also, it's very detailed. Yeah, I think that is right. Okay. So like that, I think, is how it wants to be sewn. So another knot in the end. I mean, this kit, it does say to use double-sided tape rather than sewing, but my double-sided tape, maybe I should have bought that at the same time, but mine just isn't very good. It doesn't really stay together, which is why I wanted to sew it instead. So that goes like that. So it's there that we want to. Oh yeah, I know that feeling definitely of not wanting to wait for the sales. But normally I kind of, if it's a set that I'm not as fussed about, but yeah, for the ones that I really like, especially when I see people unboxing them online or I see them in setups, like, oh, I just want it as well, which is not great, but and there is well, I've made a mistake a little bit, not a mistake, but the Fantastical Fairy Tale Friends, which are the ones that the little dragon at the back is from, comes with a biscuit bear as well. I bought that, I think back in February. It was right at the start of the year when it first got released. And then a little while ago, or maybe last week or the week before, Sylvanian Families actually sent me that set as well. So now I have two. I have that, the one that I've opened and had for quite a few months, and then the new one, which, yeah, I guess I could have saved money by not buying it then, but I did not know that they would send me it, so now I have another one that I don't know what to do with. Maybe I'll just keep it nice in box. Have you seen? Yeah, I have. I keep on meaning to post a video opening them, but it's just taken me a long time to edit. Yeah, I think they're quite a fun theme. It's definitely a different vibe, especially to how they're concentrating on kind of countryside-y or fairies at the moment. Yeah, they are quite bright colours, but I don't know, I'm just a sucker for the tiny little tools. I think they're so funny. There. Let's cut that. Okay, so that's the 1 centimetre, and then I want to do the final piece, which is the 2 centimetre over there. So I think like that. Should Epop make a Halloween exclusive blind bag? That really would be fun. I would love that. I think the closest that we've got so far is the what's it called, the costume ones from a little while ago that had the 2 ghosts in. That was more like a costumes rather than specifically Halloween, but that definitely could be fun. A little pumpkin. Though I suppose they can make it into the bigger sets, like what's the new one? Is there 6 babies? The new Halloween set that I think Peachy opened it on in a recent video, or showed it in a recent video. No, you opened it. But that was £40. So what would that be? 40 plus 6, 12, 18. That €53. Gosh, is that how much they're selling them for? So if people will buy them, it's more at an angle. I do have those, the 2 ghosts from that blind bag. I think I bought them on Kobee Japan. Oh gosh, I don't know, maybe like 2019 or 2020, when they definitely didn't cost that much. I think Kobee definitely sold them for cheaper than they should have done on that, but gosh, £53 or €53. Okay, right. Half an hour in, and I'm still doing. I know I'm on the top. I'm almost done with the top row of instructions. But then I think after this, we'll see how good my placement has been, which I'm a little concerned about. And then so that as well. Yeah, it's really annoying. I mean, especially with the resellers charging higher prices. Like if I get a duplicate, which I did of this builder series, I just sell it for what it was. And then I think people gave me offers and I just sold it for a bit less, just so that people can get, like, complete the collection. But at the same time, sometimes you see people selling loads and then no one's bought them, and then you know that they wanted to make a deal, but they didn't. Right, now I know what this is saying. Let me go back. Okay. B. Okay. Right. So that is then the top, I think, an attempt. And now we get to move on to the skirt, finally a different colour. So we're going to stick orange over white. So the Rocotta, £40! And that's not even like the secret one or anything. Ooh. Okay, this orange lace is the skirt. And not that bit. That one. Yeah. This. Okay. So orange over the white, and then that is going to make our skirt in the dress. So where are my pins? Here we are. Or I could use fabric glue. No, I'll sew it. So I'll get out a few pins just to place these together, and then I'll just do a running stitch all along. I think that will look nice. And I'm sorry if the lighting keeps on going in and out. I'm at the mercy of the sun, which keeps on going behind clouds. But if it does get darker, I'll switch on the big light above me. Right. Here's our little skirt. I'm going to sew that. Let's do that one in orange. It's not quite the right orange, but it'll do. And then I think once I've done the skirt, or attach these two together, I will then be able to attach the top. Is it raining? It's not raining right now. It was a little bit earlier. It's just cloudy for me. Okay. Let's get another needle. Where's my end there? If I can thread the needle, that is. sorry, I can't thread this needle. There. Finally. Probably doesn't help that my fingers are all covered in glue. But yeah, so now I am just gonna sew these two together to give a nice fancy skirt. This lace is nice, I think. I just got to make sure I've got all the layers. You can see my stitching isn't very neat, but I don't think it needs to be. You're back. Yeah, I just still in the process of sewing the skirt together, or the two pieces of lace that will become the skirt. Again, it does say to use, or the instructions does say to use double tape for this, but I feel like, yeah, sewing is just a bit more secure. But maybe the double-sided tape in Japan is better quality. Wouldn't surprise me. That's maybe about halfway. You like the new department store? Yeah, it's really pretty, isn't it? I like the colours. I don't have any of those big. I don't have any town series buildings, I don't think. Mainly because I don't have much room for any more buildings unless I get a new set of shelves. But yeah, it's really pretty. Almost done this. It's going to be a very fancy skirt. And almost at the end. Again, this is more just to keep it together than a real structure, so I don't think it matters if it's not the neatest, or, well, I don't mind, it's only for me, and the Sylvanians won't mind. Okay, there we go. There is our hastily sewn skirt. Just tie it off. Actually, I'll do a double knot. There. Okay, and put my needles to the side. Oh, not needles, pins. Right, so up to there, and now I need to do this. So I have to align the center. Okay, so the center of this is there. So I believe if I put another pin in there, I'll just about do. Is that the right way around? Yeah. So okay, these two bits are the sleeves, right? So now I need to sew just parts of it. We'll do that one in black. Again. Sorry, just tying the knot off camera again, but I am still here. So I'm going to sew this part here. Just double checking everything. Some very wonky stitching. Oh, I've got so many layers. Right. There. You aren't late. Well, I'm still going at least, and I think I will be for another while. What you've missed so far is cutting up some lace to make the top, which is now this, and attaching that together. And then I've just finished sewing together the skirt, which is these orange and white pieces, and now we are onto the bits where where I'm gonna go wrong is where we're up to. But now we are just attaching the part. Your dad is going to buy you the deer family. Oh, lovely. Yeah, of course. Well, I think I've explained what I think we're doing. This is a Japanese craft kit, and as expected, all the instructions are in Japanese. There are pictures, but I'm trying to follow them, and I have Google translated them, so I'm hoping that it's going to come out all right. Let's see. Where did you get? They all actually came in a kit, already sort of pre-packaged. Although, well, I'm using my own thread, but that's just black thread. So they all came like this. Is there anything even in that packet? No, that's a empty packet. But yeah, so all the lace, bits of ribbons. I think I've got a tiny piece of Velcro as well. But no, they all came together with the instructions, which is helpful because I would have no idea what to buy otherwise. Let's go back through and tie the knot at the back. Which one do I plan on putting them on? So I think these are for adult figures. And mother, this dress, once I finish making the dress, which it feels like will take a while as is, there is also a little headband. So I was trying to decide who would look best with the headband. I have got the husky, so this is Avril Husky. beside me, but we will see who we think it will suit best. Okay, and now the next part, I need to put it about 1 centimetre away. So these are going to be the sleeves. I think I have also sewed it on upside down. Oh, I definitely have. Oh well. Yeah, it should have been that way. Oh. Or do I sew it again? Yeah, I think I'm going to undo all of that. Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah, the orange and black look nice. It's definitely Halloween vibe, but it's quite a fun little combo. Okay. Well, after doing all of that, I'm now going to undo it. I'm just gonna try and unpick it. There. My birthday is in February, so a while away. Oh, you're back. Great. Well, you definitely didn't miss anything because I'm undoing what I've just done. Very frustratingly. I don't know what I've done there. What's that? I sewed it on back to front. Why aren't you coming out? Okay. Right. So, what way did I do it, and what way did I mean to do it? I need to do it that way. That's the way that I need to do it. Okay. Let's do that bit again. So that's the middle. That's the middle. And what made me start the Sylvanian channel? So I started on TikTok actually. So I was making all videos on there. I've done that wrong again. Which way round? Which way round am I meant to do this? No, it definitely is that way around. Yeah, sorry. I started on TikTok just because I was seeing sort of other people, quite enjoyed watching other people's Sylvanian content and thought I should make my own. And then quite enjoyed making all the short form videos, but there were sometimes things that I wanted to make or wanted to make a bit longer videos. So yeah, that's why I started on YouTube. If you look back at my very first videos on this channel, I think they are mostly quite short still, so I'm still getting used to going from TikTok onto YouTube, but yeah, that's why I did, and I enjoyed watching other people's content. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, I had Sylvanians as a kid, and it was definitely seeing other people get into them, especially with the blind bags, to be honest, that then maybe made me want to get all of mine out of storage and then get back into them. Okay, so take 2. Just sewing the top to the skirt. We'll cut round. Hello. Well, I was going to say everything's good, but I'm just having to redo part of this kit that I just did wrong. But yeah, what are we? An hour in? And it is starting to look a bit more like a dress rather than just a pile of materials. So that's good. How are you today? Oh, and the sun has come out again, so we're bright. Okay, right. I know, maybe another stitch would be good. Just what's my favourite animal? My favourite animal in Sylvanians, or animal generally. Oh, that's good. Okay, my favourite Sylvanian family animal are the sheep. I quite like otters in real life as like an animal as well. Yeah. What are your favourite animals? And then, oh, you saw a drag show. Oh, how fun. Is it anyone from Drag Race or a local one? Love to know. And how many Sylvanians do you have? I think at last count around 500. Yeah, that's exactly it, the way they carry the stones. Very sweet. But yeah, the 500, I think, I can't quite, I tried to count them and then I would forget what number I was on when I got to the next 100, but I think it's 500. So what it now says is a centimetre gap between when that ends. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, peachy. Oh, maybe gone a bit far. Okay. And did I print out? Yeah, so these are just they're photos. I think I did them on free print, but yeah, just a like one. Oh, nice. Okay, so this is what is going to make the sleeve, I think. But yeah, I do also have some like Sylvanian postcards, which I sometimes put up as well. I've got a little folder of them that I swap out for most videos. I try and do ones that fit the theme, but I don't have any Halloween ones actually. I think that every year I'm like, oh, I'll maybe this time I'll print out some Halloween pictures, but then I forget. My favourite colour I don't know, like lots of colours. Yellow, like my favourite, I think. Or green. I like all the different shades of green. So it's quite a nice, it's a good one to pick, I think. I have no idea if this is... no, that kind of feels right. There. Is that? That's sort of on there. Okay. And you can see my terrible stitching on the back. But on the front, because it all fades into the lace, you can't tell. So I think that is fine, as long as it is attached on there. That's fine. Right, so I think that is like one sleeve. And then I need to do a similar thing and attach this other side. So then we've got a second sleeve. Exactly, Peachy, the back doesn't count. Like, it looks fine on the front. Oh, thank you. This is a 3 out of 5 star difficulty kit, but I'm not sure if this is if that's more just the sheer number of steps. Yeah, it's another costume kit. It's actually from the same shop, but this is definitely the most involved one so far. What else did I did a live quite a few months ago now, making baby costumes, but they were made out of felt, and I had just some sort of, I think it included double-sided tape actually, so they were really easy. Although this one does say to use double-sided tape on this as well, but it's not included, so I am, to be honest, making my life more difficult by deciding to sew it. But there we go. And yeah, the orange lace is really pretty. It's got a nice flower design, but it's also it's already pleated. It's like pre-pleated to make it more full. So I think it will look a great skirt when it's done. What is my favourite season? I quite like this season right now. I quite like autumn. But when it starts getting dark at about now, 4 PM, 5 PM, I start to dislike it a bit. So maybe like early autumn, if that counts. What about yourself? Okay. And then, oh, is it tomorrow, Peachy? Oh, didn't even realise. Especially nowadays when all phones and stuff change themselves. It's not like back in the day. I remember I'd have to go around and change everything. Although oven's not clever enough. My oven's not clever enough to change itself, so didn't realise that. That is very good of you to tell me, thank you. Yeah, I am from the UK. Right. I should probably tidy up a bit. Oh, well, I'll sweep it to the side. Yeah, here that is what we are making, hopefully. So it's sort of looking like that. Oh, sorry, just knocked my camera. Your oven is set to midnight. Yeah, I mean, I don't have... oh no, I think I've got one more kit left, but it's like a beaded one. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. And then wants me to glue down and sew a ribbon on, and then sew the Velcro on. Right. In fact, should we try it on? Well, stick with Avril. The house thing, which one? The mushroom house or this little blue thing? So the mushroom house is a set, quite new. I think I opened it a few weeks ago. And then the blue one is a vintage Misty Forest Fairies carry case. Okay. It looks okay. Skirt is massive. Maybe we need a bigger figure. Do you think? Is that right? Maybe we tie it up at the end. Oh, you think it fits well? Okay. I'm not entirely convinced yet. I feel like it's a bit big, but I can probably fiddle with it a bit more and get it right. Okay, yeah, let's see. It's off the shoulder, isn't it? Let's go with that. Right. Oh, everything's so messy. So let me go back to my pictures and Google Translate picture. Okay. So we need to attach this together. In fact, how big was it? Like, I feel like I want to cut it off. It's too big. Oh, you meant to fold it back on itself and then glue it. Well, we're not gluing today, so... Are they clean? I'm not sure. Oh no, she's quite clean. But yeah, most of them are dusty, but yeah, if you go over them with a bit of washi tape, that is normally quite a good way of getting them clean. So there is the tiniest little bit of Velcro. It looks like that, and I think that goes onto the top, but they're just meant to slide into the skirt. I think it needs to be tighter. I think that is going to be good. Maybe it should overlap. I like all of the figures. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's lots of babies now because they seem to be the most popular. I could use Velcro. But see, that's meant to go like that. this to get us a little bit. Yeah, they should bring back grandparents. That is always my wish. And yeah, there are lots of pumpkins around. Very good spot. So this week, as we get up to Halloween, I am going to be posting every day. And I will, as you guys are all here, the last video, so on Friday on Halloween, is going to be a Halloween party setup, which I haven't actually done yet because I'm hoping that the figures wearing these costumes will be involved. So yeah, I do have a bit of a setup in mind, but it is not done yet. I know it only seems to be the chocolate rabbit grandparents at the moment. They need some elderly friends as well. Okay. I think that. So might actually, you know what? I'm going to use some Velcro. I'm going to use some extra Velcro. Okay. Where is... Oh, that's here we go. Right. So kind of... We're going a little bit off... off script here, but it's just too bulky otherwise. Like that. So, right. If I sew this die, I don't own the Meerkat family. Those are one of the ones that I've never quite liked the look of. I mean, obviously nowadays they're all very cutesy, but back in the day there used to be a lot more kind of weirder looking ones. So I'm thinking of kind of the Van Dyke Otters. Yeah, the Van Dyke Otters, the Meerkats. I'm a little bit freaked out by them, to be honest, if that's not awful to say. But I know some people love them, so I don't feel too bad. What do you guys think of them? I think they're also a different shape as well to the rest of the Sylvanian figures. Like a different body type. I'm saying that, but I don't know. Must have seen them in person. Yeah, they're definitely nice to certain people. But yeah, I suppose it's the same thing with the bulrush frogs. Some people really don't like them. And some people love them. Hello, thank you for joining. Scare you a little. Oh, that's so fun. Yeah, the yellow frogs are a weird one, for sure. Okay. So, if I do that, that will then mean that my skirt will instead be Velcro. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for watching my content. I don't think I should be sewing through this, but... yeah, let's go go down. Oh, good. I'm glad it helped you. Yeah, I've tried to do the sounds and stuff for the blind bags, just to try and help people get what they want and not get duplicates at the same time. Oh, why doesn't he like the cows? I'm with you. I think they're very cute. I love the little horns on the male ones. They're so fun. Oh, I'm glad your boyfriend understands the addiction. That is great news. Oh, I hope that you get the cows. Okay. Probably should sew this down all the way. I'm also very much making my needle blunt, but yeah, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I didn't even realise about the tails, Peachy, because I think my cows are the older ones, so obviously I was just like, oh no, I don't need the new ones, they're identical. And then yeah, like I said, I saw the little tails with the kind of end bit on. Oh, well, I hope that you managed to find the chocolate rabbits for cheap another time. Okay. Yeah, I totally agree. They should definitely have more for the children. I think the babies have got so much. They should definitely yeah, do some bigger things. Oh, my thread had come out. Sorry, just trying to thread my needle again while it's still attached to the dress. I'll just snip off the end. That'll help. Oh my gosh, this won't. So, go through there. Right, there we go. Yeah, I sometimes get them from Smith's. I get them from all over, really. Oh, play blocks and ragdolls would be adorable. Some little dolls for dolls are my favourite. Okay, right. Just about managed to sew on this Velcro, or well, hook and loop fastener, and it's just that one. Well, one side of it so far, and then I'll sew on the other side. There we go. And I'm going to get a fresh bit of orange thread because I don't need to be stingy. I have been to Japan. I went to Japan for my honeymoon in spring, and we did go to one of the Sylvanian parks. So I went to Grimpa, which is the one on Mount Fuji, and it was amazing, and I want to go back to the other parks. I think they're a little bit smaller than Grimpa. I have done stop motions in the past, but it's not one of my talents, I'll be honest. I find it very difficult to do, so I'm always in awe of people able to do the stop motions. Yeah, really, really recommend Japan. Although we actually stayed in campsite next to Grimpa in a real life Sylvanian house, which was amazing. But did lots of other things non-Sylvanian in Japan because, well, my husband likes Sylvanians as much as he likes them in that I like them, but I don't think he is particularly fussed about them more generally. But yeah, Japan was amazing, and yeah, agreed, Peachy, the falling over Sylvanians are definitely why I don't do more or don't do any stop motions really. Yeah, multiple costumes with more pieces would always be good. Okay, and then that is going to get us our little, oh, I don't know if I've dropped it. Where did it go? Oh, I stuck. I was wondering where the other part of the Velcro had gone, and it was stuck to itself. Okay. There. I'm gonna sew that just to give a bit of a base. Yeah, me too. I think once I've done this, it wants me to sew on some ribbon, and then do it that way. So I just have to think in 3D, or think ahead of what I'm doing. Yeah, like that. Oh yeah, definitely better than or easier than animation. I think oh gosh, quite a few years ago now, I did a little Halloween parade. It was just a like a short, maybe 30 seconds stop motion video of that, and I remember it took me so long. Liked how it came out at the end. There's someone in Japan. I think that their Instagram is something like KON 19 or 2019. They make amazing stop motion videos. I think they're used by the official like Japanese brand as well. And I don't know, the way that they do the like just tiny little head shakes to make the characters, the figures look alive. It's so good. Yeah, Peachy, there you go. You know who I'm talking about. Very, very talented. Right, we're just going through the top and bottom of the Velcro just because it takes a while to get through all the layers. So I'll just do a sneaky little down here. Okay. And then some Peter Rabbit costumes, that would be fun. There is someone called Hat in the Forest. I can't remember their username. It's something like that on TikTok. And they've made a little Peter Rabbit costume as well as a Paddington one. If you've seen a little biscuit bear figure that looks like Paddington Bear, that is theirs. I think they've posted about or posted some patterns as well. Your first video is stop motion. Oh, lovely! I'll have to check it out when I'm not struggling with sewing. But yeah, Peter Rabbit, very cute and perfectly fits, I think, the Sylvanian world. Oh good, I'm glad that you're finding people to subscribe to. There are lots of really nice Sylvanian creators here on YouTube, so I'm glad that you're finding them. Is that attached yet? Oh, we're getting very wonky with this. With this, but again, it'll be hidden by the rest of the skirt, I hope. Right, tie a knot, and then I think it will be time for a fitting on Avril. Can't even see where I'm going. There. Okay, right. Are we ready to see the main base of the outfit that I hope fits her over her tail and will hopefully stay up? There we go. Right. So I've definitely made the skirt a little bit less full than it was, but I think the orange still puffs out a bit. These sleeves I'm not entirely convinced by, and it looks a bit messy at the back, but we don't need to worry about the back. So yay, okay. There we go. So that is the start, and then I think I need to add some of the orange ribbon. So this will go around the middle. Alright, got some black ribbon as well, which is for the head accessory, which we would do next. And you know what? Because I've done this, I've put the Velcro at the bottom. I don't think it really needs it around the top. I almost want... maybe I'll do that in a minute. Right. So the orange just goes there. Now, it wants me to tape it on, but I might just sew it around. And while I'm at it, I think I am going to alter the sleeves. They're just a touch too big, I think. So I think they would have been better if I'd sewn them at the correct angle, maybe. Let me just get not in the end. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like that is a whole sleeve. I'm just gonna sew it like that just to make them a little bit more actually I know what I could do. Yeah, you were talking about the Sanrio set. It's so expensive. I did see it for sale in, I think it was in a hobby off or book off second-hand store in Japan, and I can't even remember, I think I posted it on Instagram asking if I should buy it. It was like, I think it was the equivalent of like £300 or something. And then while I was thinking about it, I think I went away and then came back and it had already been sold, which made the decision for me, which to be honest I am actually grateful for, because it was such a lot of money. I've just kind of accepted that I'm probably not going to own it. Yeah, it gets, I think it was quite expensive actually, full price to start with. But yeah, the second-hand market is wild for it. I'm not sure, I think Kobee have had it in and out of stock as well, but yeah, unfortunately, well, I don't want it for that price. Okay, so what I'm just doing now is using the holes that are at the top of the lace just to make the sleeves a little bit more gathered. So they still have kind of the same volume, but just not quite as bulky. Yeah, I did watch the Sylvanian movie. I got invited by EPOC to the premiere in London. So again, that was back in February. I think, was it March? Yeah, it was fun. Definitely for kids. But it's a nice, sort of cozy little film. I assume it's coming out on streaming soon, surely. Oh, what have I done here? any of you guys seen the film? What do you think of it, if so? Yeah. Oh, it came out in April. Ah, there you go. Yeah, I knew it was a few weeks before I got married, and that was at the end of April, so that makes sense. Yeah, see, there you go. That's the sleeve that I've just sewn, and this is kind of the how it was before. Oh, you've been collecting. So what's that? A year? You've been collecting. And then impact PlayStation and Sylvanians. Absolutely. I think that we might move at some point. Well, yeah, we won't live here forever, and I am dreading having to pack up the Sylvanians. Because I have a big display of them. And also for, well, people come around on viewings, and then this room is my office, and just all the Sylvanians in one. Yeah, Peachy, I don't know, did you have a Sylvanian room at your previous house? Oh yeah, I mean, I won't be moving any time soon unless a nice house comes up, but I do dread the thought. Okay. Oh gosh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Go on, what's it, Zillow Gone Wild in America. They have all the massive, like, weird things in people's houses. But yeah, I think it's fun. My friends recently put their house on the market, and they've got lots of Lego, so not quite the same level of 500 Sylvanians, but similarly interesting things. Okay, there. So those sleeves are now a little bit just tighter around the top, so we maybe don't have the same off the shoulder vibe that we did before, but if I can get it in there. I think it looks a little bit more like a top. There. Oh yeah, absolutely crazy collector lady. That's definitely me. Right, so that's the little dress, and then yeah, it wants the ribbon to be taped on, but again, I don't have any narrow enough tape, and I just don't really feel like sewing it more, so I think what I'm just going to do is just sew it as like a little bow. Well, it means that she won't be able to get out of it, but that's fine. But okay. And then maybe in the future I can sew it on. Right. Okay, it's a big bow at the moment. It looks better at the front, but that's fine. Actually, let's do it a little bit longer just to give enough. There. What do you guys think of that? She looks quite glamorous Halloween, I think. I've made a right mess. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I sort of pin. And then if I go back to the front, you can see that we do also have this little headpiece. Oh, I didn't realise I needed orange for that. Oh well. And so that I need to make some little. Oh. Right. This is the lace headpiece. So I think it's the correct length. Do I need to? It didn't say anything about cutting it down. So is that right? What way around does it go? Okay, it's frilly at the front. And this is maybe where Avril's is getting in the way a bit. Maybe back there. Oh, yeah, and then that does look like the sort of fancy Victorian lady, I think. So, in fact, I may even do it differently again. Okay, it's stretchy. Or is it double? Is it doubled? No, it's single, right. So then it wants two little bows, which I can do. So yeah, I think I just need it for this. So let's tie a bow. This might take a few attempts to get it to be neat and small enough, but that's okay. I've got plenty of ribbon and that is twisted, so try it again. In fact, if I do it in a bit and then I feel like I'm forgetting how to tie a bow at this point. Not twisted. Managed to get it twisted again. And there is one little bow. Yeah, they're quite small loops. So right. Cut that. And now tie it again. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you think it's a good bow. 3 attempts. That's what it takes apparently. We'll see now if I can recreate it. That's going to be the tricky part. Let's turn again. Right. A little bit smaller. Right, now are those... They're about the same. Oh, they don't even tie it properly. Maybe they do. So, cut that. So I've got 2 bows and they go on the end, and then I use some ribbon. It's with the orange ribbon. Right. If I fold that in half, then can end up with an even amount. And then no, I should use black thread. Oh, I meant to cut a hole for the ears. Right. Okay, so I guess this... Oh. No, I think I should sew the ends first and then I'll cut a hole. I think that would be better. Right, this is what I get for not reading the instructions and just going for it. Although I did quite like how it was behind the ears. Sorry, I feel like I've missed a lot of this conversation. Let's see, have anyone introduced their friends? A little bit, but most of them are just sort of think it's a bit funny. My friends did throw me a surprise Sylvanian themed hen do once, so someone got the old ones out of storage, which was hilarious. Not hilarious, lovely. And so that was fun, but I think they're happy for me to stay with the Sylvanians. A couple of them have seen my collection now or know about this YouTube. Oh, that's nice that they gave you some. Yeah, my in-laws got me giraffe family for my birthday a couple of years ago. Oh, that's nice that they see them and take photos. Yeah, my I think one of my colleagues saw the Sylvanian t-shirts at Uniqlo and asked if I'd seen them, which obviously I had already seen them and had already bought them. But oh yeah, miniatures is definitely it's the way that I describe it if I'm unsure about what people will think, or if I just need to quickly mention it. But yeah, I think all my friends kind of know. The best man my husband's best man at our wedding mentioned the Sylvanians in his speech, so everyone knows at least. Yeah, definitely dollhouse miniatures is the description. Especially, or even if it's with men who just don't know about Sylvanians. I've said that and they don't have a clue. Right. And then this will go here. Okay. Yeah, back to the topic of work. I'm going to London in a few weeks for work, and I'm trying to work out how I can say, or I want to go to the pop-up at Selfridges. I think Peach, you've already been to. I saw your videos, I think. I'm trying to work out how I can say, oh yeah, I do want to go to Oxford Circus at peak rush hour time without seeming insane. Okay. Right, there is one side, and I'll sew on the other side, and then maybe clip down the ribbons a little bit and clip in the ears, or the ear holes. And then, you live in London, Bear. Have you been to the Selfridges displays? I live in Yorkshire, so I'm a couple of hours away on the train. So it's a bit more of an expedition to go to London. Yes, a Christmas shop. That's what I need to do. That is a definite good excuse. Very, very smart thinking there, Peachy. Oh. How did I get this before? Don't even know if that's what's in there. Okay. And then like that. Oh, Peachy, I remember last year, I think your fiance went to Comic Con. I think Sylvanians are back there this weekend. Clearly I am not there. I think they've got a stand as well. Which, I don't know, Epoch seem to be doing a lot more conventions and stuff. I mean, it's mostly Comic-Con, at least in the US and UK. But it's nice that they're doing these sort of pop-ups. Oh, your friend, lovely. That's definitely the way to do it, yeah. I'm not as big into kind of comic books and that, or at least I don't know enough about it, but that is good. Yeah, I've always, well, if you had a friend who worked at Sylvanian Families, I'd be getting all the gossip from you. What have I done there? Right. Making, I don't know what I'm doing. Right. Sorry, I just had to undo a bit of thread. There. There. Right. And that is tied off. So, yeah, the bear families are cute, especially the new biscuit bears with all of their fluffy fuzziness. So that is even, and that is not quite even now. There. Right. Here is our headdress now. Again, we don't look at the underside. Got so many bits. And then that, I think, ties under Avril's neck. So I could do it like that, which then just has it like a bonnet. Or we could do what the instructions saying, cut holes for the ears, so then it's more, I guess, like that. I quite like it as more bonnety, and then that does mean that it could be for any figure. Well, not any figure, but it's not tied to just having it for Avril. Okay. Let's do, so there we go. I think that looks cute. Right, let's tie a bow again. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean about the timber tops feeling nice to hold. They're a bit more like, well, the dad is what I've got as the adults, but the adults are just so chunky, and that's even without having the big teacher bear. But then the kids are so small, they look kind of strange. Oh, good. PG, that is, of how we all know. Alright, just trying to get this bow neat. It's not quite in the middle. And if I don't really want to cut the ribbon too much, because otherwise it'll be hard to retie, so if I just sort of fuss with it a bit. Okay, there is our Halloween mother outfit. Yeah, this would definitely look better, a bit shorter, but then it's going to be even more impossible for me to retie. So I think that is that outfit done. In fact, let me just double check. No, yep, on the back is just the father's outfit. So a bit different. I've not cut the holes. And it definitely looks different on the back because I've done the Velcro, but I think it looks cute. Yes, it would absolutely be good for a caroling outfit. So what do we think? It's a bit brighter than the photo, but kind of more spooky colours. So I have been live for 2 hours, and I feel like it will probably take that long again to make the other outfit. So I might finish this live here, and maybe I'll see if I can make that other one this evening, not on camera, especially when it's a bit darker. But I hope that you've enjoyed this live. Thank you all so much for joining and watching and commenting. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I will be posting a video tomorrow afternoon. and that will be another Halloween one, and then every day over the next week. And it probably won't be another live unless I go wrong with planning. But yeah, so thank you all for joining, and I will finish this now. I hope you all have a lovely evening.